All right, kids, welcome back to Ottolini Cuisine. Tonight we are doing Korean barbecue. Not the Korean barbecue you might think with the Kalbi ribs, but we're using a Kalbi marinade on some chicken thighs and legs. This should be pretty awesome. And we're doing it outdoors tonight, as you can kind of see. We're on the back patio. We've got all of our griddle going. We've got our barbecue going. I'll show you a little bit about what we're going to be serving tonight. Looking a little bit scruffy. I think we're into quarantine number, 195 or something? I mean, my God. We're just cooking and eating and quarantining. Whew. Although I did get a nice swim in the bay today, so that ain't too shabby. So let me show you what we got going here. So we've got this chicken that's been marinating for about 6 hours in my Kalbi marinade. Actually, I was up at a Korean store. This stuff was a pretty good one, they said. So there's a lot of, you could make your own Kalbi sauce, but you know what? You go to a Korean store, you order from a Korean guy that recommends this Korean sauce, that might be better than what I can do. So those have been marinating. Over here we've got freshly cut cabbage, green onions, and some peppers. Here I've got some spinach and some cilantro. And over here I've got my homemade cauliflower rice, where I chunk it out, I put it in the processor, get it to where I want it, add my peppers and some corn and garlic, and it's always ready to go. But then the real special thing tonight is this, the kimchi. Now this isn't just your normal kimchi. There's a local guy by the name of Hank Weiss that many of you, I'm sure, know, and if you don't, you should. He's a consummate waterman, and he's turned into just an amazing cook and preparer of fermented products. It's an amazing watching some of his videos, but he made his own kimchi. And so we're gonna put this kimchi in this rice with this cabbage and that spinach with grilled chicken on top of it, and that's gonna be our Korean extravaganza. And here's our coals. I would say they're, what do they call that? Is it red hot? Yeah, I think so. So we're gonna get ready to put those on. So I'm gonna share with you a little bit of that. Here we got the Q, and we've got the marinade. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these guys going. Probably gonna flame up a bit right now because the Kalbi marinade, but we're gonna cook these a little bit on the heat just to get a little bit of a char, and then we're gonna go to off the heat where they're gonna cook an indirect charcoal heat for about 40 minutes or so, maybe less. We'll see how it goes. This is pretty darn hot. But anyway, this is gonna be the deal. Gonna get those going. We'll be back in a minute, but just remember, it's gonna be partly on the griddle. It's gonna be partly on the barbecue. It's gonna be mixed over here. Oh, what happened there? And then we've got our cute little patio where we're gonna hang out in tonight. It's a summer night, lanterns on, all those lights will be on next time you see it, and enjoy an outdoor version, a Korean version of Ottolini Cuisine. That's the guy. Yikes. He looks a little frightened. All right, there we go. We got these babies all browned up. We got those coals still nice and hot. That's gonna go like so, and those are just gonna bake in there. I'm gonna close this grill, open that lid, and let those babies cook. Got kind of a fun little piece. Remember I mentioned Hank making the kimchi. Hank has swam back from Catalina like 8 times, I think, and has a record, and we'll probably do it 8 more times. Pretty incredible. When you're swimming across those oceans nowadays, you're obviously wearing goggles, and those goggles have gotten quite high tech. But just for this one, I wanted to pull out this old set that I found from the 50s. Check this out. Look at these babies. So that was the best thing you could get back in the day, ye old swim goggles. This is what they packaged in. They were called the Rivieras, the Capri white swim goggles. Enjoy the adventure of water sports. So pretty sweet. So let me see if I can model these just for a second, because you can see how absolutely difficult these are. And I tried them. There's more water in than water out. I think you can probably see this, but is that a goggle or a set of goggles or what? Yeah, Hank, swim back from Catalina with those. My God, you might as well swim 15 feet under upside down with no goggles on at all. So just a little shout out to the Hankster. Everything's a cooking. The dog is helping. Maddie, hey. Yep, helping out. Those babies are baking. Oh, Lordy. We'll be back. You okay? Why does he always look so scared? Because he doesn't know what I got in the pot, and it's going to be spicy. And you don't like that spice, do you, mister? It's a coming. You ever had kimchi? I'll bet you haven't. So, we'll see. All right. We've been about 10, 15 minutes, but wanted to share with you a little bit of good local knowledge. Well, no, local knowledge. Local if you're around a barbecue. We're going to baste these a little bit. I've still got my sauce going in here, and this is great. Now, you notice this? You can go to the kitchen section of some fine cookery type joint that sells all kinds of kitchen and chef tools and buy yourself a really cool basting brush for $9.99 or something that you'll lose or you'll get sauce on and you'll end up throwing away. Or you can go to Ace Hardware. You can grab yourself a 99-cent brush that does exactly the same thing, and you can save it if you want, or throw it in the trash. Who cares? You get a little bit of dip in there, and then we just brush on there. There, you can hear that sizzle. It's happy, happy, happy. You get this stuff on the top with all this heat and this barbecue, what ends up happening is it'll end up caramelizing on top too. Caramelizing, big chef word. I don't even know what it means now. It's got sugars and things in it, so it's going to end up helping it get a little crispy on the top and adds an extra flavor to it. But it's always nice to baste. 1, because it's fun. 2, because it tastes good. 3, because it only costs 99 cents, so why the heck not baste? I'd baste you for 99 cents, you little chickens, you. All right, we'll be back. All right, so we're about 35 minutes, probably. Everything's cooking good. We still got lots of heat. I moved these guys over to get them a little closer. I'm going to show you a little Ottolini-ism, so to speak. You know, there's a lot of people that say, I can tell by the chicken, I can push on it when it's done. Okay, I got it right. And there's guys that can get that right every time. They cook professionally or they barbecue every day or whatever. But always have enough chicken. This is my theory. Have enough chicken to be able to cut one in half. And then you know right where you are. Somewhere along the cooking, when you think it's getting close, cut it in half, take a look at the inside, go, we're ready to come off the grill. Or, looks like another 10 minutes. Then you know. I mean, that's what a bonus it is. If you look at that one right there, see that little tiny bit of red left in it? That means, we got a little bit more. So, cheat. Never be afraid to cheat. It's so dumb. A piece of chicken costs you, 60 cents? And it makes the whole entire meal perfect by cutting it in half and looking at it. Don't be dumb. Remember, 2 things. Chicken is cheap. Paintbrushes are cheap. Baste and cut your chicken, and you'll have a great meal. Chicken's going. It's got another maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. So we're going to start on this crazy fried rice. This is fun. So as I said before, I've got my cauliflower fried rice, my cauliflower rice that I make with chilies and corn and peas and peppers and everything. So we got a little oil going on here. Fried rice. We're going to get started. Then I'm going to toss in Hank's kimchi. Check out the man. This is for Hank over here. He's keeping an eye and keeping the smoke out of his eye. So then we've got some spinach. So cauliflower rice, peppers, corn, and peas, spinach, kimchi, and then this is really cool. These are rice noodles. Rice noodles that I've boiled or steamed just for about a minute and a half. And then you keep them in, you get them in cold water. And then keep them in some water so they stay loosey-goosey. And boom, you have just some crazy looking fried rice. So we're gonna add a little soy. Just a little soy sauce. Got a little bit of, I'll show you. This stuff's really cool. This is sesame chili pepper. So you get your sesame flavor and you get some heat. And why wouldn't you want a little bit of heat? And just to go full Korean, we're gonna add a little dollop of my Korean marinade, which you've seen before. This is sweet. So all of a sudden, woo doggy, you have some really good stuff. Kind of like Benihana. I've got your Benihana. I got a bed of honey. Benihana ain't got nothing on this baby. So this is a cauliflower fried rice, Korean style, with spinach, with kimchi, chili, sesame seed oil. Did I say spinach? If I didn't, spinach. And rice noodles. Never heard of that dish, Hawaiian, or not Hawaiian, I forget who they call it, chow fun. Chow fun sometimes has rice, noodles, all kinds of stuff in it, because it's fun.
Oh, it's fun chow.
It's fun to chow. The chow on this is like, this might be a great fried rice. I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper, even though it's got chili pepper in it already. Oh, I can smell it. I can smell the sesame. I can smell the soy. I can smell the Kalbi marinade. I can smell the kimchi. Hank, can you smell it? I think you're about 5 miles away, but I'll bet you could. You're not 5 miles. You're probably 2 miles. If I had an egg, I'd crack it. I could throw an egg in this, but I'm not going to bother because it's got so much going on already. And look at that. We're going to let that steam away for a second. Let's go take a peek at our chicken for a sec, just to see how we're looking. Oh, mama jama. Let's give that a little bit of a 99-cent final marinade. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you, Billings, for the brush. Thank you for the knife, and Ottolini for getting a slice, and so we know right where we're at. I'm in full control. Once I sliced that piece of chicken, I was in full control of this entire meal. Before that, only the chicken knew. Or the real cocky barbecue guys that say, I know right where my chicken's at. This is much more fun. No mistakes. Cheat. So, that's it for now. We'll see it coming off the grill, but that's Ottolini Cuisine, Korean style, outdoors with a little Hank Weiss kimchi fried cauliflower. Come on down, she be cooking. Chicken now is all on the griddle. The rice is just perfect. We're gonna finish it off with one last little piece of flavor on here, where we layer it with this finely chopped, not too fine. You know I don't like it too fine. Chopped cabbage. We've already got the peppers in it. We can just give it a little bit of turn. Oh. See? Fried rice. It's got to be a little fried. Eat over here. Get all that mixed in. And then we'll just top it off with a slight little bit of, oh, that's kimchi. That is mixed in with a little cilantro. Why not? Why wouldn't you put a little more on there? And then I'm just going to do this one last thing. Because, Hank, that kimchi is so fresh and so flavorful, you could eat the whole entire jar. Mainly because it's not as crazy spicy as normal kimchi can be. But I have a little spice, and by God, we're going to just put a little drizzle on there. Maybe a little on there, too. And a little on there. All right, there we go. Ottolini Cuisine. Korean night on the patio with fried rice and beautiful grilled chicken. All right, here we go. We got the meal. This fried rice is something. There is so much going on in there, but it's so light because it's just all vegetable completely. But it's got spice, it's got kimchi, it's got spinach, it's got cauliflower. That's just, God bless you, the rice world, but that made a pretty good meal right there. It's got flavor. But this chicken, let's check it out. Oh. It's crispy because it's basted and it's Korean. It's got that sweet, not hot, a little bit hot because I put some oil on it, some spicy oil, but that barbecue sweet, but not sweet because it's bad, sweet because it's really good. Super tender. Barbecued slowly like that, off the heat. What a meal. And this is all vegetables and meat. I'm not a big promoter of the vegan diet or the non-carb diet or anything like that. I just cook what tastes really good. And right now, that cauliflower rice, just because you can control it and put all the things in, I needed a vegetable. I didn't have all vegetables, so I had to make it go with the cauliflower rice as my vegetable, but that added so much flavor to it with this chicken, and I'm happy. Hank, thank you very much. This is beautiful. He made this, and it's got this unbelievable organic flavor to it in the sense that it's super, super clean, but it's not overly spicy, and so it doesn't mask all the clean flavors of it. So, Hank, you did a great job with this, and so if anybody knows Hank, call him and find out how he did it, because it's good. Ottolini Cuisine, Korean style.